picking like an Ember Spirit or a Storm Spirit for mid, just because these two heroes are just complete fodder for any good pick-off hero. Vici still have the option to grab, say, like a Slark or something to just hound these guys, but
5 seconds remaining.
Aster, so far, the only reliable lockdown, and I'd even put reliable in air quotes there a little bit, is this RP from the Magnus. So they put out the two supports. They're going to fish for a little bit more information from Vici, who are going to pick the Brewmaster. Okay. That hero was not very popular at all in China. Let's see if the trend has changed a little bit. So let's look at the overall stats for China. Okay, so most popular hero has been Shadow Shaman. Well, most picked hero has been Shadow Shaman, 22 picks. PA most contested. Brewmaster still not high up, not as high up as he is in some of the other regions. He's got 10 bans and only 2 picks. So he's actually down there kind of with Sniper. Sniper has 3 picks and 9 bans, but Vici are going to be playing it here. So what is this actually? Where's this Brewmaster playing? Because they've already got a Centaur. So they've kind of got some overlap here on the position 3. They could maybe be running, what, like Centaur as a 1, or it's like Centaur 4 and Brewmaster 3, or the other way around. But they have picked a lot of melee heroes right now. Not too bad necessarily, because they're not all heroes that just want to be sitting in the middle of the fight and auto-attacking. So I wouldn't say that it's too concerning that they're going to be grouping up against the Magnus, but still something to keep in mind as this draft continues. And Aster, already pretty low on their reserve time, are just going to pick Jug. Okay. So, pretty good against the Kunkka, doesn't have to worry about getting X comboed. Fairly good against the Brewmaster as well. You're not really going to be killing him with right clicks, so the spin certainly going to be helpful for that. I don't know if they have enough damage at the moment. Vici Gaming, bunch of tanky heroes, and they're going to have the rum buff on top of them after that. So Aster probably looking for a little bit more damage coming in from their mid lane. They don't have the last overall pick. And for Vici, alright, what do they want to ban now? What's actually concerning for their lineup? I feel like, so they are going to probably, maybe they're picking their mid last. Maybe this is actually like a support, I don't even know. Is this a support Kunkka? One of these 3 heroes is a support. Who it is, I guess we'll just have to wait and see who picks up what heroes. But I think Fade's probably playing Rubik, so I don't know what, or maybe, yeah, I think Fade Rubik. Or maybe Fade on the 4 and then DY is playing Rubik, something like that. Razor getting banned. These bans would seem to suggest that Kunkka is mid. The Monkey King and the Razor bans would definitely seem to suggest that Kunkka, or maybe the Brewmaster is mid. But Aster, what are they actually worried about here? Vici don't have a whole lot of push potential just yet either. That's the other thing that their lineup is sorely lacking. It's Aster just going to go for the Dragon Knight. So it's more damage, does have some synergy with the Magnus. And if they're assuming that it's going to be this Kunkka mid, then I think the Dragon Knight has a pretty good matchup there. So, alright, nice pick. And yeah, it looks like neither team really clowning around. They both want that number 1 seed. I guess a little bit more... I don't know. Is it weird for me to say that I feel like China is more likely to take these like seeding matches as being more important than, like, I think the SEA teams were just like happy to be qualified, and it was like, well, is this seeding really going to matter? It happened in some of the other regions as well, I believe. I feel like CIS for the last major as well. This time around, I think it's pretty much only... Wait, is it only China that has this situation where they could have like seeding matches? Who's got what number of slots? I should actually know this. So it's Europe's got 3. So I think Europe did Europe have to play seeding? Okay. Well, they could end up playing seeding. That might happen. I guess it hasn't happened yet. That's actually going to be today. So I think Liquid and Secret are still playing each other, even though they're still both already qualified. Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. And we got a Morphling pickup for Paparazzi to round things out. It is going to be a support Brewmaster, so that answers that question. Brew support, Brew Centaur as the lane, Kunkka heading mid, Paparazzi Morphling looks like probably just playing the safe lane. I don't imagine that they're going to be putting the Kunkka on one of these side lanes. So Aster definitely with the faster overall lineup. They've got the Jakiro to take towers, they've got the Dazzle for the group up and push. They've also got the DK and the Jug, who are both fantastic pushing heroes. Pretty good team fight over on the Vici side, but it's going to take a little bit longer to get off the ground. And I feel like I do just like Aster's draft just that little bit more. And of course, how can you go against the XXS Magnus? This guy is a beast on this hero. He's made a name for himself. Anyway, so yeah, he's made a name for himself on this hero. Oh, Dazzle's got Baboka's got the expensive hats on his Dazzle. Man, I wish I had this set. It looks awesome. It's all good. Alright, and Fenrir on the Jakiro. Love You Love Me on Dragon Knight. Sylar on the Jug. Maybe we'll see a Sylar Rapier this game. It wasn't that long ago that I was casting some Sylar games, and I think it was another qualifier, and he was also just buying like Rapier every single game and carrying his team, putting them on his back. I don't know if you buy Rapier necessarily when you've got Magnus. Probably more inclined to buy Butterfly and stuff if you get that kind of gold. I don't even know if this game is going to go that late. Like, Vici do have some team fight and some D-push, but the support Brewmaster feels greedy in general. Centaurs have been going for pretty greedy builds as well. So I worry a little bit that Vici could just get run over, and especially with Baboka looking for the courier snipe here. That's not going to be fun either if you are Vici. Especially if this Kunkka is only starting off with 2 tangos. Yeah, so okay, for clarification guys, again, this match does matter for seeding. What does that mean? It means that the number 1 seed from this should, in theory, be put in an easier group when they're seeded into the major. The problem is that kind of difficult, like seeding is kind of a difficult problem, and it's not necessarily easy to say that, like, you know, one group is stronger than the other. The relative strength of teams is going to change as the patch continues to develop. So it's hard to say that there's actually an advantage to winning this. Yeah, there you go, Baboka, as we were expecting, has already sniped the courier. That's a sentry and a salve down the drain. So mid lane not going to be too fun for Ori. The nice thing that he does have as the Kunkka is he can always just X himself and TP back for healing. So as far as mid lane heroes go, sniping the courier against the Kunkka is not the end of the world for him. And also he's got the Tidebringer to secure CS, so even if he doesn't have his bracers coming out quickly, he's not going to get completely destroyed. Fade already throwing out the Fade Bolt up top. So DY is just laning down here as the Brewmaster, trying to help out Paparazzi a little, but has already skilled up the Drunken Brawler. And you can see Kunkka, even, you know, without the salve and anything, it's not going to affect his initial couple of waves, and I really don't think it's going to hurt his overall game too much. We've been seeing a lot of people going for these early points in the Retaliate, but Yang missing a couple of CS here. As DY, again, just copping some more harassment. Bottom lane, Dazzle getting empowered up is actually laying in pretty heavily with the auto attacks. Oh, basically getting chased down by Fenrir. He's already got himself that level 2, just that little bit faster, so already coming in with the Liquid Fire and the Dual Breath. Very difficult to fight back with all of that attack speed slow. So I do think that the Kunkka probably needs to rotate early this game. It's going to be tough for Ori because if he leaves this lane, he is going to end up losing the tower to the Dragon Knight. So there is a little bit more motivation for him to just stick around here. So we'll have to see. I'm only saying that he needs to kind of gank just because I do think that they're, you know, they need to get into the late game. They need to kind of hold off Aster for a little while. Not that Aster are necessarily going to play this ultra fast. I mean, I don't think we're going to be seeing a Radiance Dragon Knight or anything, but they also don't need to like just buy drum phase boots on the jug and then start running at buildings or anything. They do have a little bit of time to farm up, and Boca just running down DY. What even was that? He just got right clicked to death? Okay. I don't know. Was he trying to deny to neutrals maybe? It looks like he took a lot of damage. But Boca did have boots, so maybe he just didn't have any way to escape. He even skilled up the Cinder Brew, I think hoping for a couple of misses, but alright, down he goes. Dang, taking some damage. Solid doesn't have the level 3 just yet. I don't think it's going to be all that easy to go for this kill. Paparazzi, still plenty of regen. Looking a little bit low, but I think he's just fine. And lane's continuing to be relatively static. Overall lead a little bit in favor of Aster, though. Tylar's Jug not having a very fun time in terms of CS. Fade's been running side pulls and just kind of generally being a nuisance up here. And somewhat hard to CS against the Centaur. Paparazzi, alright, just trying to generate a little bit of free HP off of that morph. Got the double bracer already picked up for Lover. Ori already has his double bracer delivered. That courier snipe not ending up meaning too much. They've got that level 2 spin now. They look towards Yang, but he's got the turnaround into the stomp. Plenty of damage onto Sylar. A couple more auto attacks will do it. He finds a juke into the trees. Fenrir still auto attacking back onto Yang, but he's also going to be fine with his double bracer setup. So just pops the salve. Back to the lane. Why am I even looking at mid lane? Mid lane is dead boring. Paparazzi is chilling on no HP here. But again, you can just morph and kind of generate free health. XXS farming very nicely on this Magnus. Going to be getting some pretty fast arcane boots too. But Boca actually has some phase boots already. So he's very difficult to do anything about. We got the 5-minute bounty runes coming up soon. Fenrir and Fade locked in mortal combat for this, but Fenrir does just choose to back off. He's going to go for the southern bouncy rune. EY manages to grab one, but Baboka snags one out from underneath his nose, and it ends up being a 2 for 2. Paparazzi taking so many punches from this Dazzler. Jeez. Baboka got plenty, I mean, even with only 1 point in Shadow Wave, there's plenty of sustain, just spamming the arcane boots and the heal. Ori, alright, he does have the X marks the spot picked up now. Once they get level 6, I think he could find a kill onto this Dragon Knight. Sylar getting gun on here up top, lift back into the stomp. They're stacking their stuns a little bit, but Vici still find the kill. But Boca trying to TP in, looking for some kind of a turnaround. Fade does have a TP scroll. Not going to go for it just yet, just retreating into the trees a little bit deeper. What is he waiting for? Okay, now he goes for it. I think he could have just, as soon as he'd gotten into the fog there, I think he could have TP'd out, but... Alright. Back home. Mid lane, DK does get solo killed. I thought that they would need a +1 for that, but never you mind. Ori just easily bringing him down. Torrent boat enough damage. DK not sitting on very high HP, probably need to ferry another salve there. I saw him about around half, but I thought that he'd still be okay. But that is going to be a 2-level advantage for Ori, at least temporarily. Only for a second. DK now grabs the level 6. Going on to Yang. Stomp threatened. And now just the TP out. He's only TPing to the tier 1. Yang still sticking around. The shrine has already been used. Rotation down bottom. Pressure onto Paparazzi, but DY and Fade are down here. Level 3 on each of them. XXS, cops one little slap, but he's going to be just fine. So Ori now starting to build up a little bit of an advantage on the mid lane. There's no way that the Dragon Knight should get solo killed in this matchup, but that's probably what Lover was telling himself as well. He's like, oh yeah, there's no way that he solo kills me. I'm too tanky, or I can interrupt the X with a Dragon Tail or something, but yeah, not so. Fade comes in, puts in an aggressive ward back behind the tower. Aster still holding on to a little bit of an advantage net worth wise, but this Sylar Juggernaut has had a little bit of a tough start, especially with that one death. Apparat.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is falling.
You set sail or fail.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dark light! Unlucky find. Bounty!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are falling. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Invisibility!
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Fire goes out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Lower the boom!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
My waters rise. Lost my ceiling. Double damage. Where my shadow falls, there falls my...
Dire are scanning.
Zap!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I drain away. Sacrificed to shadows.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Killing you is wrong. I don't want to be right.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Ha! Regeneration!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. are scanning. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Invisibility! Look no more upon our face. Zap! Bounty! My liquor. I sheathe one blade in the scabbard of your bones. I'll take that. Regeneration! Gold for my... That should help!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Haste! Shadow wave!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning. Dire structures have fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Back so
Radiant
soon.
structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Go away.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire are scanning.
Bounty. My waters rise.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Go away.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
The Juggernaut's power is doubled. Just a touch.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
Radiant's Aster.
Dazzle!
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
Clear sailing now.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Welcome back. Feel a thing.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Illusion.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Dire victory. Radiant's middle barracks